everyone, welcome back to my channel. So today is going to be an Ulta haul update. So I did an Ulta haul a few weeks ago now, and so I'm here to update you on the products that I bought during that haul, and after trying them for a little while, how I feel about all of those products. If you haven't seen that Ulta haul, I will make sure and link that up above for you, as well as down below. So definitely make sure and check that one out if you haven't seen it. All right, so let's get started. So the first products that I got were from Dose of Colors. If you've been watching my channel, you know that I love Dose of Colors. Their liquid lipsticks are probably my favorite formula of any liquid lipstick, and their eyeshadows are now a new favorite of mine. The 5-pan eyeshadows that they have, I now have all of them. I got the one in Sassy Siennas, which looks like this right here. Just gorgeous. I mean, these colors will be so great going into summer, but also in the fall and winter. I mean, just beautiful, beautiful colors. And this one did not let me down. It's just as good as the original two that they came out with. These colors are just stunning. And although it doesn't have like a brow bone highlight shade or something like that, they are all matte. So of course there's nothing shimmery in here. I do feel like I can create a single look from just this palette. You know, it's gonna be an all matte look, and it's gonna be probably fairly intense. Although if I use some of, you know, these shades down here, just into the crease all over the lid, it can look pretty natural. So I really do love this. I think it's stunning. If you haven't tried Dose of Colors eyeshadows, they really are fantastic. They're definitely a little bit powdery, but they're very pigmented and they blend really easily. So if you don't mind them being a little bit powdery, you just have to tap off your brush. It's really not a big deal. They are gorgeous shadows. The other thing I got were their two new liquid lipsticks. This one in Talk is Chic and this one in Sweet and Sassy, I believe. Yeah, Sweet and Sassy. I love them both. Definitely Talk is Chic is my favorite, and I kind of figured it would be because this color is just absolutely stunning. This one I really, really love. I've worn this in videos already. Love this color, and it's super opaque and rich. It's just gorgeous. This one is a little bit streaky, so I did have to go over it a little bit. It's a beautiful color. I probably will prefer this one mixed in with other things. I've tried that as well, and I prefer that. So this one wouldn't be my favorite, and I wouldn't like say this is one that you have to get, but it is still nice. I just need to kind of work with it a little bit, maybe wear a lip liner underneath, that kind of thing. The next thing I got were two new concealers, and they were both ones that I had tried before, but I was sort of giving them another shot. The first one is a drugstore one. It's the Maybelline Instant Age Rewind Concealer. This concealer is a favorite among the YouTube community. It's a really, really great concealer. I don't love the little sponge tip that it comes with. It's just not my favorite thing, but it is a really great concealer. It's not super high coverage. It's a pretty thin formula, so it blends out really easily and it looks fairly natural. So for me, I need something underneath to conceal a little bit more, like a corrector, which I most of the time do anyway, so that's not a big deal. But it is a really nice lightweight concealer, and I do enjoy this one a lot. But the one that surprised me the most was the Tarte Shape Tape. That's the other one that I got. And this one I had used before. This was just a shade I hadn't tried before. So this is in light neutral, and this is a shade I really do like. Now, this is really like my skin tone, which I like because I can use, you know, something else to kind of highlight the under eye, brighten it up if I want. But I like that this is my skin tone because it looks a little more natural. And I can also use this on my face to conceal a little bit, and it has really, really high coverage, so it's nice to do that as well. The thing that I've also learned with this, and this is what I did wrong, I think, personally, is that I didn't need to use quite as much. On YouTube, you see people just slather it on, and to each his own. That, you know, I'm not here to judge anybody, but I prefer this a lot more. Just a tiny little swipe, maybe a little bit up there, but really very, very little of this. You do not need a lot of this. It has a very full coverage, and it can be really drying and heavy. So I think that if you use a lot of this, it just can be very, very heavy, and I don't like it that way. Again, you do whatever makes you happy, but for me, I like this a lot more now that I have learned to use a little less of it. I've been enjoying this a lot more now, and I just use something else to highlight a little bit. The next things that I got were face masks, and I'll just put a picture up so that you can see which ones I'm talking about because I've used them, so I don't have them anymore. Actually, I probably have them. They're in my empties though. I keep, you know, a collection of empties, so I'll do a video on my empties in a little while, but they're kind of in that bag, so I don't want to ruffle through that. So the first one is the Leaders 7 Wonders Mediterranean Olive Brightening Mask. I think that's what it's called. That's not a new product, so I knew that I was going to love that one, although it had been a while, so you never know if I could have changed my mind, but I do really enjoy that one. I think that's one sheet mask that really shows pretty instant results. Sometimes you use a sheet mask and you're like, well, my skin feels nice, but like I don't really see much of a difference. But that one, I feel like you really do see your skin looking brighter and smoother after you use it. So I really do love that mask. I highly recommend that one. The second one that I tried was the Karuna clarifying mask. I've tried Karuna before and they have great masks, and I just hadn't tried this clarifying one before. And the thing about these sheet masks, I think with, you know, just a lot of skincare, it's really hard to see very instant results. I thought that my skin looked nice. I don't really think it was life-changing. Maybe if I used it on a more consistent basis, I would notice a difference, but I didn't notice anything immediate. I do think that it made my skin look good, and I didn't break out from it, so that's always good too. So I would, you know, I recommend this brand. I think it's a nice brand and they have good masks, and you might really enjoy this one. I just didn't see anything instant from it. And then the other one that I tried was the Leaders Pore Gone for Good mask. That came with 2. And again, you know, it was nice. I thought it made my skin look good, but I don't think that I really saw any huge difference when it came to my pores. I think that you're going to notice more when it comes to your pores with either, you know, a pore strip kind of thing or mask that, you know, you pull off and it pulls out some of that, or some type of clay mask, or some type of serum that you use over an extended period of time. You know, different types of products like a retinol. A retinol will really help with pores. I don't think that a sheet mask that you use once or twice is going to make that huge of a difference. So I think, again, if I maybe use it on a consistent basis, I'd notice a difference, but I wouldn't say that I noticed anything major using it twice. All right, and the last 2 things are things that I don't have anymore, and I'll put pictures up for these since I don't have them because I returned them. So of course there have to be some things that I didn't like, right? That's just the way it goes, unfortunately. So the first one is the Milani eyeshadow primer. I wouldn't say that this was bad, and clearly because I got this recommendation from Emily Noel, who knows what she's talking about. She loves this eyeshadow primer. It's her absolute favorite. There are clearly people who love this eyeshadow primer, so I'm sure that it is not a bad product. Everything is so personal when it comes to makeup. This product wasn't that bad, but I didn't love it for 2 reasons. First of all, it just didn't last that long on me. My eyeshadow still would crease by the end of the day. It would last for a few hours, but I have other eyeshadow primers that last me a lot longer. Now, it's important to point out that I do have oily eyelids. I don't think that Emily Noel has particularly oily eyelids, so that's maybe why it works better for her. I just didn't see it really working that great for me. So if you have oily eyelids as well, you may not love this eyeshadow primer. The other thing that I didn't love, and I knew this pretty much going in, was the fact that it doesn't have an actual tint to it. And I really do like to use an eyeshadow primer that has a tint to it because I have pretty veiny, discolored eyelids, and I like to kind of mask that when I put on an eyeshadow primer. And this one doesn't have that. It's kind of like the original Urban Decay eyeshadow primer. It has that kind of cream color to it, but then it just sort of disappears when you put it all over your eyes. So, you know, it's a very inexpensive eyeshadow primer, and I kind of, you know, I tried it a bunch of times and I thought, well, it's not bad, but I just felt like, well, it's just not worth my money though, if it's not something that I'm really going to reach for because it doesn't last me all day long. And then the other thing that I returned was the Butter London Glazen Eye Gloss. So this was a product that I had pretty high hopes for. I had heard really good things about this here on YouTube, and I was really excited about it because it was half off. So another thing I really thought about keeping because I thought, well, I got it half off and then 20% off. So, you know, I got a really good deal on it, but that's not really a reason to keep something. It still cost me money, and I didn't love it. I'll tell you the reasons why I didn't love it. I felt like it was kind of gimmicky, and it could still really work out. I mean, that's not a reason to not like something, but I didn't feel like it really, didn't think that it was that amazing. I found that it was kind of a pain to put on my eyes because, I don't know, it was kind of hard to use a brush, and so you sort of had to use your finger, and that was kind of messy. But I can get past that if the product is really fantastic, and I felt like it looked pretty when it went on my eyes. I wasn't blown away. I wasn't like, you know, I didn't really find it that blinding. I have other things like pigments and even some regular eyeshadows that pack just as much of a punch, if not more. I didn't find that it lasted that well on me. I did use a primer. I even tried my glitter glue underneath because I use that a lot of times with shimmers just to help them really last better and stick better. And I just didn't think that it was anything that great. I didn't think it lasted that well. And I just heard so many amazing things about it. I expected more, and I was definitely let down by that one. Okay, so just future Julie popping in here for a second. I just filmed that video that you were just watching yesterday, and as I was doing my makeup this morning and pulled out my mascara, I realized that I forgot 2 products that I need to talk to you about. This is one of them. They're both by Catrice. I don't know why I forgot to do these. Let's just blame it on mommy brain, okay? I'm just gonna blame it on that. But anyway, I just wanted to pop in here. I decided to do this instead of refilm the entire video because I liked what I had already said before, and I really didn't want to have to do this video all over again. You can understand that. So first of all, this Catrice mascara, which, like I said, I'm wearing today. So you can see it looks really, really nice. I do like this mascara a lot. It can flake on me a tiny bit, but nothing crazy. I can just wipe it away pretty easily. And I do think that this is really nice. It builds up super, super nicely. It doesn't get like as crazy voluminous as my Chanel one does. Not many do, but this is really nice and I have been enjoying it. The only issue that I have is because of the way the wand is, it's really rubbery and spiky, as you can see. I poke myself in the eye with this a lot. So if you like wands like this, then you'll like it. But if you're not a big fan of wands like this, you may want to stay away from it. It is, you know, a little bit prickly and I have to be a little careful with it, but that's just me. Otherwise, I think it's really nice. I would continue to buy this mascara. I think it looks really nice on my lashes. It's not my #1, but I do think it's nice. And for the price, it's great. This is a very inexpensive one. And like I had said in my Ulta haul, Catrice is very often buy one, get one half off, which is why I ended up getting the second product that I did. So I do think that this is a good product. And then the other thing was this Catrice Prime and Fine Mattifying Setting Powder. This is a transparent powder. It looks like this. It has a nice mirror. You can't really tell because of the light, but maybe you can a little bit if I bring it over here. It looks a little bit like of a cream color, even though it says it's translucent. But I like this powder. I don't think that it's amazing. I don't think it's life-changing. I don't think it's the best powder I've ever used in my life. For just a basic, no color type of setting powder, it's good. It's not necessarily the one that I reach for a whole lot. I've definitely noticed that I don't use it a ton, but it's nice. It's definitely a nice product. And I think, again, for the price, this is good. I wouldn't necessarily repurchase this, but I will use it. So I think it's decent. All right, I'm pretty sure those are all the products that I needed to talk to you about. I didn't cover the little extras that I got because I haven't really used those, but otherwise I think that is everything. So back to the regular video. All right, everyone, so that is everything that I got in my Ulta haul and all of my feelings about those things. What did you think? Are you surprised by some of my feelings on some of these things? Are any of these products that you've tried that you have a different opinion than me? I'd really be curious to hear what you have to say. If you like this video, please give it a big thumbs up. That helps me out a lot. And if you are not subscribed already, please hit the subscribe button. I would really appreciate that. And I hope to see you next time. Bye.